People trying to say I'm only enemy. Got a code with my dogs, can't get in between. I can give them life, no more energy. Amen, amen. Spent about 60 on the time, I can't even lie. No way in, no way out, do or die. So on roll, when I roll, must be. Amen, amen. I can't ride Benz, I don't do peace. I beast, I gotta eat. Saber tooth, tiger, diamond tooth teeth. Rockin' right now, won't you come peek? I was outside. The way that shake, leave your mouth wide. You need to say grace for you say thanks. Amen, amen. What's left in my life, don't know what's in store.
What's good, Relocation Football League fans? It's RFL Game Day. 3 live streams today to finish out Week 16. This is going to be some big games here to finish out this week, heading into the final week of the regular season. What's good, Alexander Schmidt? Appreciate you coming through the live stream as we got ourselves a matchup here at the Golden City in Mexico City, as we have the Conquistadors hosting the Houston Voyagers, both coming in with the same record, 9-5 on the year. So a big win here. Playoff picture didn't show up quite as it should have. They had a little blimp right before this game got started with this introduction, but that should be fixed. Oh, will probably pop up later on in this game, and when it does, I'll be sure to show you guys where these two teams stand. But as of right now, Voyagers leading their division. Conquistadors in the hunt for sure. They might be in a wild card spot. Got to get another look at that playoff. But here's a little bit of an overview about both teams. As far as the Voyagers, the Voyagers, they are a solid team as of late. Great running attack, good passing attack. You know, sometimes you got to worry about Glenn Hay and some of his decision making, but he's done a lot. They've turned things around this season for the Houston Voyagers. And this is a big game here on the road in Mexico City, where they'll go up against Aaron Pritchett, very solid quarterback, and Denard Locker, very good running back with Mexico City. So without further ado, let's just get straight into the action. This is a big game. Both 9-5 teams going at it. Houston Voyagers versus Mexico City Conquistadors. And so here we go, the kickoff as the Voyagers gets this one off to Mexico City. This one will be fielded in the end zone. Taking a knee for a touchback is Carter. What's good, Awesome Crocodile? What's good, Piku? What's good, Nicholas Roy? What's good, Coach Armstrong? And what's good, Justin? Here goes Aaron Pritchett trotting out onto the field. Over 36,000 passing yards, 3,600 passing yards on the season. Over 20 passing touchdowns. So he's been having himself a really good, solid season. And he's just hoping to make sure that his team can get into the playoffs for the second consecutive year. 1st and 10, we go with a run play, and that's going to be Denard Locker. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain. That'll make it 2nd and 7. Here's a look at the Conquistadors offensively. Solid group with Denard Locker and, of course, Aaron Pritchett at the quarterback position. But what about first-round draft pick for the Mexico City Conquistadors, Piku McCullough? He's been a great, fantastic receiving weapon for this offense. So far, ranked 2nd for Offensive Player of the year. Unless he does something crazy spectacular that, Kentavious Henderson hasn't, and he'll be able to outbeat him. But look at that, another good run. Denard Locker is going to get a first down. Last week, 16 carries for 90 yards and a touchdown. Was very effective in their win, and they are looking to come up with another big game here and knock off the Voyagers. Good run, setting up 1st and 10 at the 36 under center. Pritchett will still ground and pound it. Another powerful run by Denard Locker. Counter run player, you can see, runs into the lineman. Nice mean stiff arm there to extend him for some more yardage. I think that was DeJuan Church. And the initial contact couldn't bring him down. It's going to be a decent gain that should have went backwards for a loss. It's going to be 2 yards on the play. 2nd and 8. And Pritchett here in the gun, and man, they are just keeping up a heavy dose of this ground attack. And it is proven to be effective. They have yet to really stop him for a short gain or behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a nice gain of 7 yards. They'll set up a very short third down situation with 3rd and 1. Big third down here for the Voyagers. Assume that a run is coming. These guys have been running it all day. They will do just that. And this time is B.J. Lavalius getting his first touch of the day. And that's going to be good for 2 yards and a first down. And this is a little bit shocking from what I'm seeing. I mean, they do like running the football, but the Conquistadors have not passed the football yet once in this ball game. It's just been a heavy dose of running, and as good as the Voyagers defense has been against the run, struggling here at the start here of this opening drive. Well, after some tough, gritty running by the Conquistadors, it's 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. Shotgun here for Aaron Pritchett. It's a handoff once again on the ground. B.J. Lavalius gets this one out across midfield to the 48. And so here's a look at the Houston Voyagers defensively, struggling right now to stop this run attack, but they have a great front seven. Carter Delahart was amongst, he's actually number 2 in Defensive Rookie of the Year. And so that's a big player. But also number 57 at middle linebacker, Tyrone Brennan, an absolute beast. And you got to watch out and make sure you get a block on him. He helps out really well in run support. Here goes the first pass of the day for the Conquistadors. And that's going to be enough for a first down. 8 yards as he gets it out to Buck Aldridge. Buck Aldridge over 750 receiving yards on the season. You rarely get to see him touch the ball at times, but when he gets the opportunity, he takes advantage of it. And he's had himself a solid season here since coming from his old team, playing against the Voyagers. What's good, Coach Goods? Appreciate you coming through the live stream. Second-year man, though, Buck Aldridge was. And, you know, he's got to be looking, try to be fired up and hyped to beat his former team here at Mexico City. That'll be a big accomplishment. Here goes a pass right back to Buck Aldridge. Speaking of him, and there he goes to the 25-yard line. 2 for 2 is Aaron Pritchett. And that's one thing you got to worry about in this league and football in general. When you're on the defensive side of the ball, you can't stop the run. That's really going to open up the pass game and make it really hard for your defense to try to stop an offense, because they could just about do everything. And right there, 2 back-to-back completion to Aldridge, first down for Mexico City. Liking this drive right here by the Conquistadors, slowly tiring and beating up this defense, and they go right back on the ground here. And finally, they're going to take them down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss. It's going to be Carter Delahart, a rookie, with his first tackle of the day and the first tackle for loss on the run for Mexico City. And so that'll bring up 2nd and 11. And we'll have to see what they'll call up. Most likely, probably a pass play. And maybe the success that they've had so far running the football, they still might run it to try to see if they can get a good chunk of yards back without taking a risk down the field. But here they are, 2nd and 11, shotgun for Aaron Pritchett. He's actually going to be all by himself in a 5-wide empty set. And he'll go with a quarterback draw. And that definitely caught everybody by surprise. Was not expecting them to call a quarterback draw with Aaron Pritchett. And I feel that he's got a little bit of a side to him that a lot of guys really don't recognize. If you look at his games this season, this is a quarterback who really doesn't scramble. But, I mean, when he's had to, he's made some good plays. And you can see that the Conquistadors kind of have some confidence in him running the football right there, calling up that quarterback draw play. Came up with a nice 8-yard gain. 3rd and 3. Here goes a pass, and that's going to be the rookie as he'll make his first catch of the day to set up 1st and goal. It's Pico McCullough, 13 yards on the reception. And they're killing them right now early with the slants. Big hit right there by Tyrone Brennan. Tried to force that one out of his hands, but great job by the rookie hanging on to the football, taking a big hit. And that's going to be first down for Mexico City at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal as they'll come out here. 3 for 3, Aaron Pritchett. Bunch formation tight to the line of scrimmage there on the right side. He'll look to pass. Lets one fly. Open for a touchdown. Buck Aldridge. And what a drive by Mexico City. That's how you march down the field. Buck Olberts, like I said, this is his first time going up against the Houston Voyagers after leaving in his rookie year, where he was drafted. And he ended up getting traded to the Conquistadors. And here he is with a great drive, had 3 catches, and closes it out with a touchdown to put his team up early. Here goes the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. 7-0 is the score with 7:37 left on the clock. A lot of time ate up there with a great methodical drive. 12 plays, 75 yards. Took 7 minutes and 23 seconds. So that was a great drive by Mexico City. If they want to come up with a big win here, they got to continue to keep that up. And so here goes the kickoff. Fairly short, as it will be fielded at the 13. Breaks the first tackle and goes down at the 33. And now we will get our first look at the Voyagers offense, as coming out to lead them is Glenn Hay. 22 touchdowns, over 3,600 passing yards. Those interceptions, though, 14 on the season, is something you tend to worry about. Sometimes he shows a little bit of carelessness with his decision to throw the football down the field. But when it comes to crunch time, he usually pulls through and comes up with a big win for his team. The 1st and 10, here goes a handoff, and that's going to be a nice run, as he'll go for about half the distance, 5 yards, and that'll set up 2nd down. Here's a look at the Voyagers offensively, as they'll trot out onto the field here for the first time after running their first play. And who got the ball? B.J. Callaway, a big asset to this offense. They like running the football with him, and when they have success doing so, they usually win the ball game. The Conquistadors came out with a great drive, and let's see if the Voyagers can do the same here on their opener, as he's able to get this one out to Jared Ayers for a 1st down close to midfield. 2 catches for 57 yards last week for Ayers, and with that completion, he is exactly at 1,000 yards receiving this season with 6 touchdowns. So he has had an effective season. Last season was a little bit quiet. Season 1, he was a big-time threat. Kind of took a dip, like I said, in Season 2, but this season, nice bounce back. And here goes Callaway getting taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Great job there by the 2nd-year man out of Florida State, Lincoln Matthews, coming down to make that tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They try to run that on the outside there, and you can see the block. Can't just throw your shoulder in there, especially against a good blitzing linebacker such as Lincoln Matthews. He just takes the shot and continues to go and make a play behind the line of scrimmage. And especially against this defense, they've been great all through season since being in the RFL. You got to make sure that you do your job. There's a handoff. B.J. Callaway getting some space, an unnecessary spin move. Should have just kept it moving up the middle. Instead, takes a big hit, goes down, and it is going to bring up a 3rd down for the Voyagers. Speaking of the Conquistadors defense, they are stacked. Antonio Griggs at the defensive end position, big-time playmaker. But what about the linebackers? A.J. Pestock and Lincoln Matthews, both drafted in last year's draft, coming out of the same school, Florida State, and they have just been impact players for this defense since becoming a part of the league. 3rd down and 10. Here they go. Play action. Pressure coming by Pestock. Gets the ball off. Great defense, and that almost gets intercepted. That couldn't have been played any better there by Russell, as he was all over. I believe that was Jared Ayers who he tried to throw the football to, and that brings up 4th down. Good defense by Mexico City. Another look at this play. He had to hurry up and get that ball out of his hands. The pressure was coming. Took the shot after throwing it, and it was Jared Ayers. And Sean McMillan almost coming up with that pick after the deflection by Russell. And that's going to be a good stop there by Mexico City right at midfield, as the Voyagers going to have to punt this one away, hoping for a good punt to pin them somewhere near their own end zone. And so with this one going off towards the right, goes out of bounds at the 12. So a pretty good punt right there. And the offense of Mexico City will trot back out onto the field for the 2nd time today. And I told you the AFC playoff picture will come back up, and here it is. You can see Conquistadors in the hunt. Voyagers are division leaders. This is a big game for the Voyagers and a big game for the Conquistadors. They're trying to get a spot in the playoffs, so a win here will be big. So far off to a great start, 7-0, and they get the football here to be able to go up by more than one possession. Here goes a counter run play, and Denard Locker with a nice run there gets this one to the 18 for a gain of 5 off the counter. Forgot to also say happy Labor Day weekend to everybody, such as just like Coach Good said. And I hope you guys enjoy your time off. Thanks for spending your time watching the RFL here. There goes a draw play, and that is going to be a first down. This ground game really effective early on. 7 carries, 32 yards, 4.5 yards a carry for Denard Locker. This Voyagers defense is going to have to step up and soon, because right now, this ground game, if they continue to move at this pace, this offense is going to be able to move down the field easily for a touchdown at will. And so this Voyagers defense, they don't want to be on the field too long. They want to be on the field, but they just don't want to be on the field too long. They get tired, and usually that results in touchdowns if they're on the field too long as a defensive unit. And 1st and 10, here goes Aaron Pritchett looking to throw. Throws a wild one across his body, but he just assures to get that one out of bounds. And that'll be incomplete to set up 2nd and 10. It's good defense that time there by Houston. And they are looking to get a stop here to get their offense back out onto the field, as the Conquistadors will line up I formation. They'll run this one to the right side. Great blocks by the receivers and by the whole offense in general. And that's able to spring them for a nice gain of 8 yards. That will set up 3rd and 2. It's a good run right there, but you can't have these good runs unless you've got good blocks on the outside. Buck Aldridge getting it done out there at the receiver spot, able to spring them for a good enough gain that makes this 3rd down a lot more manageable. 3rd and 2 offset I formation. They go with play action here to see if they can pick it up. Pressured, gets the ball out of his hands, and that almost looked like that was going to result in a bad play, but he managed to get that one right to his tight end, Superna. Carter Delahart was coming in and for a second and thought he was going to get there to him for a sack, but how do you not make a play on that ball right there, number 94? You got to make a play right there. That's Lewis Cadet. I mean, I understand he's a defensive lineman, but you got dead to right pursuit to be able to blast him while catching that ball. Didn't do so. He overran him, and that results in a 1st down for Mexico City. 1st and 10 at the 41. They run the football, and that's going to be B.J. Lavalius getting his 3rd touch of the day on the ground. Only a 1-yard pickup, as he'll be brought down by Tyrone Brennan. So that'll be a 2nd and 9. And this Conquistadors offense, though, is proving to be very effective here on offense, moving the ball down the field. I formation, 2 receivers, 1 on each side. They'll run this one to the left. And there goes a Locker with an unnecessary spin move. Should have kept running. Still a nice gain. That's going to bring up 3rd down. DeLoach made the tackle, and this is a big 3rd and 4 here for this Voyagers defense. Hoping to get off the field here. Pritchett looking to pass. Good protection. Guns one. Wide open for a 1st down as he's able to hit his tight end, Jeffrey Howe, as he gets this one inside the 25-yard line to the 23. That's 1st and 10 for Mexico City. And this is what separates the teams in the RFL for sure, is your offensive line. Guaranteed. If you have yourself a good offensive line, your team tends to have those big plays because you offer your quarterback a lot of time in the pocket and also good running lanes for your running back. So offensive line is definitely a key piece in this league, and that was just great blocking up front by the offense to spring him for that 1st down reception and that pass. So that's going to be the end of the 1st quarter. Mexico City on top here, 7-0, driving down the field, looking to go up by another touchdown. Will they be able to do so? We'll find out once the 2nd quarter starts. So here we are back at the City of Gold Stadium in Mexico City as the Conquistadors have the lead here at home, 7-0. Good-looking drive here. Aaron Pritchett, 6 of 7. Been very efficient throwing the football. 1st and 10 at the 23. They'll look to throw here to start the 2nd quarter, and he runs and scrambles for a decent gain. I thought that was going to end up being a sack, but Aaron Pritchett, like I said, a lot of guys just don't know about his mobility. I mean, he's not the fastest quarterback, but he's pretty effective when running the football. Gaddis was there to bring him down. 6-yard gain on the quarterback scramble by Pritchett. Offset I formation out wide at the top of your screen is Pico McCullough. They run the football, lowers the shoulder, and look at this run. Denard Locker powers his way in the end zone for a touchdown. His first rushing touchdown on the day, the second touchdown here in this first half for Mexico City. And what a run by Denard Locker. He continues to amaze us with these powerful runs, shrugs off the defender, and then sits and gives a good stiff arm to give him those extra yards to get in the end zone for the team's second touchdown and put them up by 2 possessions. That's great running and great execution by this offense once again. Mexico City up 14-0, well, 13-0. Still can't always count the extra point as always being automatic, but we'll see here as the kicker awaits the snap, and it is good. Straight down the middle, 14-0 here at the start of this second quarter. Definitely was an amazing run right there. And as Coach Armstrong said, he's going to be taken in the end zone, and we'll get a look at this Voyagers offense at the 25-yard line as they trot on to the field. What's good, Jaguars fan? Appreciate you coming through the live stream. Happy Labor Day. Only 17 yards of total offense here for the Houston Voyagers, so they're struggling against this Conquistadors defense. And they'll run the football. A big hit right there by A.J. Pestock. That's going to knock him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of a yard. That's his 10th tackle for a loss this season. Another look at this play again. E.J. Callaway, he's not an easy back to take down, but that time getting blown up by Pestock. Man, he is a big-time playmaker. I believe he is leading for linebacker of the year in the AFC. So that's big time. 2nd and 11. They'll run the football here. Tried to go to the outside, and there goes the other Florida State man and former teammate. Well, still a teammate. Lincoln Matthews with another tackle for loss. This one for a loss of 3. Voyagers struggling here. It's 3rd and 14. Glenn Hay looking, lets one fly into the flats. Griffin Pritchett with the reception there. Guess you could call him and the quarterback for the Mexico City Conquistadors brothers, I guess, got the same last name, almost like the same build. But I guess if you guys want to take the storyline that far, we can. But here goes a punt as the defense of the Conquistadors gets the job done again, and this one was kicked horribly. Barely goes anywhere. I believe that was not even 10 yards away from the line of scrimmage. And so this one is actually recovered. I didn't even see that. It's recovered by the Voyagers. They recovered the kick. It bounced off a Conquistador, so they get the ball back. And, man, was luck on their side on that one. But defense off to a continuous good start here as that goes nowhere. No gain on the play. Tackle made there by Pestock. What's good, Poachful? Appreciate you coming through the live stream. Happy Labor Day weekend. 2nd and 10. Play action. Here goes an easy access blitz, but it gets there from the right side. That's Antonio Griggs who gets there for the sack. Big time play right there by the Conquistadors defense. They just continue to show their dominance in this league as a top defense that is hard to move the football on. You can see right here Glenn Hay with the draw play action. And he's looking for someone to get open. Coverage looking good. Nobody there, and the pressure got there quick, so nothing he can do in that situation as he was brought down for a sack. Had to run for his life from the left side from Lincoln Matthews, and then he gets caught running in to Antonio Griggs from the right. And down he went for a big loss, 3rd and 19. What's good, Coach Chill? Appreciate you coming through the live stream. Thanks for coming through, and happy Labor Day weekend for you as well. Big pass down the field, open for a first down. Jared Ayers with a big 3rd down conversion to help move the chains for Houston. And that's a big-time play that had to be made for the Voyagers. Things are starting to really look bad for them. But hopefully this play right here will put a little bit of glimmer of light on them to make them move more effectively down the field. They've struggled throughout this entire ball game here in this first half. Great catch. Way to go get it there by Jared Ayers. That's another big catch by him. Dropping back, here goes Glenn Hay with reckless movement in the pocket. Goes down for a sack at midfield by defensive tackle Tyrell Dillard. And that's a bad loss right there. You got to throw that football away or at least get outside the pocket. Looked like he had the whole left side to work with. It was sealed pretty good, but he ran upwards a little bit too far, and down he went for a sack. And they try to run the football, and once again, defense is there. Knocked down by the rookie linebacker, Luke Stokes. This is a young linebacker core that the Conquistadors have, but boy, are they explosive when it comes to getting to the football. Look at this. He's had a fantastic rookie season for the Conquistadors this year. And as I said, A.J. Pestock and Lincoln Matthews were rookies just a season ago, so a very young, youthful linebacker core that the Conquistadors have. They can all ball. What's good, Mitchie boy? Appreciate you coming through the live stream. Happy Labor Day. And here goes Glenn Hay looking to try to come up with a big play as he did on the last third down. And that one almost getting intercepted by Sean McMillan. Good defense by the Conquistadors as they will finally get off the field. Hopefully they don't have another punt muffed where the Voyagers recovered to keep possession. It was a terrible punt last time, but it actually ended up working in favor for them. Let's see if he can get this one further downfield. Probably won't have that same amount of luck, and it's the same deal. It's got to be a heavy gust of wind or something. A fair catch is called, and this one will be fielded at the 34-yard line by Gibbs. And so here goes the offense. Denard Locker, over 1,300 rushing yards this season. 12 touchdowns, had a rushing touchdown the last time they were out onto the field. A 14-0 lead over the Voyagers. This is not the way they intended to start this ball game for sure. But everything's looking good here for Mexico City. Play action, Aaron Pritchett spinning around, throws while on the move, and that was a dangerous pass. Could have been intercepted. Tried to get that one out to Buck Aldridge, and it falls incomplete. Even that play right there may have been a dangerous pass, but the ability to move in the pocket by Aaron Pritchett reminds me a lot of Ben Roethlisberger. For a guy, who just moves around in the pocket and not necessarily known for his speed or anything, but he can buy you some time on the offensive side of the ball to find a receiver down the field for a big play. Just didn't work out there, and then after a carry by Locker, sets up 3rd and 7. He'll look to pass. Aaron Pritchett, nice clean pocket here, moving around, throws while on the move, and it's on the money as he finds his rookie, Piku McCullough, for the first down. Just as I said, fantastic play right there, movement in the pocket. He was just about to run into the pressure from the right side, steps up in the pocket, runs backwards where he's got more space, and delivers an amazing pass for a first down to move the chains. And good tackle, though, right there for the Voyagers as they lose 4 on that run. But what a play by Aaron Pritchett. Definitely a top quarterback in this league. And that he should be a 95 overall at that quarterback position. Here goes Pritchett looking to throw over the middle as he's able to find his tight end, Jeffrey Howe. So after picking up 6 yards after the 4-yard loss on the run on first down, it's 3rd and 8. Voyagers just hoping to get this offense away from field goal range if they don't convert, and hoping not to give up this first down. Play action. Here goes Pritchett getting some pressure, running outside the pocket. This time not going to be able to escape as he is brought down by Carter Delahart, the rookie, coming up with a big sack there for Houston, their first of the day. That was a big-time play that had to be made by the Voyagers defense because, they needed to make sure that they didn't give up any more points because, like I've said many times, when you get down by more than 2 possessions early, teams typically seem not to be able to come back for a win. And, I mean, you just never want to get down by 3 possessions. But here goes a long field goal attempt they're going to try. This one's going to be from 57 yards out. The kick is up, and it is no good. Wide to the left, and it was fairly short. So that'll bring up a turnover on downs and good field position for the Voyagers to work with. What's good, Jason DeGene? Appreciate you coming through the live stream. You too, Dwarf. And that's a missed field goal there. Almost had the distance. I just don't think he had quite the leg. But coming out onto the field is the offense. Jared Ayers had himself a big catch, but the team could not finish off that drive any further than midfield. And so the Voyagers on 1st and 10 is going to have the ball at the 47. Under center here with Glenn Hay. They run it to the left side. And B.J. Calloway breaks a tackle, but is brought down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss. That's 3 yards, 8 carries for -6 yards for B.J. Calloway. Great play there in the backfield by the safety Whiteside. But what about this defense absolutely shutting down this rushing attack of the Houston Voyagers right now? No motion Drayton into the formation. Here's a run to the outside, and the same exact results. Luke Stokes and Antonio Griggs there to bring him down for another loss. This one of 2, and it brings up 3rd and 15. This is their bread and butter on offense, is running the football with B.J. Calloway. And when you can't do that, this team statistically struggles and usually don't come up with a victory. And, I mean, you're playing against one of the league's best defenses. And if you can't establish a run game of some sort, I mean, that's going to be tough to win a ball game. Voyagers looking for a pass here. Glenn Hay setting up, lost one up, almost intercepted as the defense of Mexico City once again proves sturdy, and they'll have to punt this one away once again. Excellent defense by Mexico City. The pass rush is getting there. Great job by Antonio Griggs off the edge. And, I mean, just the whole defensive line in general are getting it done, getting pressure to the quarterback. The secondary is doing an excellent job covering the receivers. Jared Ayers has been their only bright spot, but it's been tough for them. And here goes a punt. Once again, fairly short. This time it is going to bounce at the 39. Don't know why these punts are skyrocketing like this, but it's definitely got to be because of wind conditions. But coming out onto the field, the offense. Jeffrey Howell, here's a look at his season stats. 75 catches for 756 yards and 7 touchdowns at the tight end position. He has been an effective weapon for the Mexico City Conquistadors. It was good, TTW. Appreciate you coming through the live stream. Catch over the middle there by Buck Aldridge on the short in route. And that gets them 3 yards instead of 2nd and 7. Well, the Voyagers defense trying to stand as strong as they possibly can. This offense is no slouch either. They get overshadowed from time to time because of how great the Mexico City defense is. But this is definitely an offensive group you never want to sleep on. Good outside receivers with Buck Aldridge and the rookie Piku McCullough. And also just the ground game very effective as well with Denard Locker. As I said, over 1,300 rushing yards this season and over double digits in touchdowns on the ground. We'll look to pass. Aaron Pritchett guns one on the money, and Buck Aldridge wide open. What a pass, what a play, and he's in 58 yards for his 2nd touchdown on the day the Mexico City Conquistadors are heating up. And you couldn't have thrown that ball any better. Look at that. That is 5 Voyager defenders. That was a picture-perfect throw right over the head of the linebacker, Tyrone Brennan. And that is why he is a top quarterback in this league. You're not going to see guys making throws like that in between 5 defenders for a touchdown. And what a play by Buck Aldridge. He is really lighting it up against his former team here in Houston, recording his 2nd touchdown on the day. 2 plays, 61 yards for a touchdown. Buck Aldridge with his second. So I haven't watched one of the streams since season 1. What team's doing the best now? Well, right now Conquistadors are doing pretty good. Voyagers are too. They were the worst team in the RFL a season ago, but they lead the division right now. This is a big game, though, which could probably knock them down. But there's a lot of teams that can, from season 1, if you can remember, the Celtic Tigers, who were in the first Relocation Bowl. They're still doing good. Black Knights are doing it. It's a lot of teams. You can always go back and check it out. It's a lot of good teams doing good, though. Definitely has been a lot of change-ups. Here goes a handoff. B.J. Callaway with the same results. Not really much. Only 2 yards on the ground as the tackle was made by Griffin Whiteside. Yeah, definitely has been a lot of action missed, man, since season 1. A lot of crazy things have happened in this league. I'm pretty sure you probably already saw who won the Relocation Bowl 2. Red Dragons went 15-1, won the championship. And unfortunately, they will not be in the playoffs this year. Crazy slump for them. But, yeah, a lot has changed for sure. Thanks for coming through and still supporting, though. Appreciate that. It's 2nd down and 8 here for the Houston Voyagers. In the shotgun is Glenn Hay looking to make a big play here for his offense as he'll look to throw. And he'll get this one out to his receiver as he is brought down immediately after the catch. As that was McGraw, Tracy McGraw on the reception, 5 yards. And it's now 3rd and 3. Play action, pressure coming, lofts one up, and that is obvious defensive pass interference all over Douglas Drayton. Clear pass interference there by DeAndre Russell, who's done a great job in coverage all game so far. Had a pass deflection, a couple of big plays here. And at that time, just a little bit too aggressive with the contact. Here goes Glenn Hay throwing while on the move, wide open. Jared Ayers tries to hit the spin move, and a touchdown saving tackle there by Sean McMillan. And now finally this Houston offense starting to put together a good drive. That was a good throw. Way to get open there by Jared Ayers. He was just wide open against that zone defense. And if it wasn't for Sean McMillan, who was the only safety back in coverage to make that tackle, that would have probably been easy picking for a touchdown. And so that sets up 1st and 10 right at the red zone at the 20-yard line. Jared Ayers, 3 catches for 65 yards. And here they go, shotgun for Glenn Hay as he'll look to throw. Passing game has been effective. He'll throw while on the move, and that just sailed way too high. And I mean, even though it would have been a throw into the flats, fairly short pass, it would have probably broken out for a good play. Got to complete those when those are open. He'll look to throw. Once again, throws while on the move. Beautiful pass, and that's Andreas Drew. Another touchdown saving tackle by the safety. Knocks him down right at the 2. 19 yards, 1st and goal. Can this be the first scoring drive for a touchdown for the Voyagers here? We'll have to see. Handoff, B.J. Callaway stuffed. 2-yard loss, and that is 2nd and goal. What's good, Roberto? Appreciate you coming through the live stream. And there's going to be a timeout called there. And that's going to be by the offense. Now, Roberto says that all the time. 2nd and goal for Houston. Here goes Glenn Hay looking to try to pass it in. Takes off, throws while on the move, and it's a touchdown to Tracy McGraw. They'll finally get on the board here late in the second half with 45 seconds left on the clock. That was a great drive by the Voyagers, a drive that they desperately needed. An excellent job also by Glenn Hay. I believe they're just putting too much emphasis on trying to establish their run game. They probably need to go with what's working right now, and the passing attack and Glenn Hay are looking pretty solid. Great drive there by Houston, and here goes the extra point to cut this deficit down to 14. Kick is up, and it is good. So the score now 21-7 as Houston finally able to respond with a touchdown drive of their own. And we'll have to see what the Mexico City Conquistadors would do at the final 45 seconds. Short kick, yeah, it's definitely got to be strong winds. There goes a return. Good one as he gets this one to the 40. It's Piku McCullough, does it all. And so here's a look at this Voyagers offense, though, in this second half. In this first half, they have been explosive through the air. Aaron Pritchett on the money passes, big plays being made, play in and play out. I mean, this has just been amazing to watch this offense be as effective as they have been. And, I mean, the guy you got to give the most credit here is definitely the quarterback, Aaron Pritchett. He's been on the money. They look to throw here on first down. Throws while on the move, and a big completion for a first down as he finds Jeffrey Howell, his tight end. Timeout's going to be burned immediately as that's the first one called by Mexico City. It looks like they are definitely in field goal range and in good position to be able to put up some points. All right, Poach, we appreciate you coming through the live stream. I keep saying, is it Poochville or Pouchville? I might be saying it wrong. Aaron Pritchett once again on the move, throws, and it's another big catch made by Buck Ulbridge for a first down. What about these throws by Aaron Pritchett? I mean, he's on the move making throws, and these are just been on the money. Timeout called again, and with that reception, Buck Ulbridge in his first half alone, over 100 yards receiving. Voyagers got to be thinking to themselves, why did we give this guy away? They still have themselves some good receivers. He was definitely a good player, and there goes Piku McCullough with a nice little spin move. Taken down immediately right afterwards, though, after a 9-yard gain. It's 2nd and 1. Time ticking, continuing to melt down. And here goes Pritchett with a throw incomplete. And that's 3rd and 1. And now if I'm Mexico City, I'll probably try to take a shot here. Nothing too risky, though, and try to get in the end zone. If that doesn't work, then just settle for the 3 points to stretch this lead back up to a good manageable possession. Here goes a scramble by Aaron Pritchett as they will burn their final timeout to put them in an easy position to put on 3 points before the end of this half. And so here goes the field goal attempt. This one will put them up by 17. 3 possessions once again. And the kick is up, and it is good. Straight down the middle, and that is going to close out this first half. 24-7 is the score going into halftime. I mean, that is a lot of scoring, mostly in part due to the Mexico City Conquistadors, but at least we saw some type of life and fight back from the Houston Voyagers. Coach Brown hoping to give his team a good speech in that locker room to try to turn things around for how this game has been going. Down 17 points. And here's a look at the halftime stats. Big reason on why the Voyagers down. That number right there, -8 rushing yards. That's been a huge problem. They cannot establish their ground game, and that is the foundation, as I've said many times, to their offense having success. But, I mean, the Voyagers, much like every other team that's came back, has a chance to come back in this one. You can never write a game over. We've seen some amazing comebacks in this league. Will we see one here? The Voyagers got to do something about this offense. Got to find a way to get pressure to Aaron Pritchett. He's been lighting it up. And as for the Voyagers offensively, I feel they really need to start throwing the football. On that last drive that they had, which was scored right here to Tracy McGraw, he had success throwing the football, and I believe they just need to stay with that and then have that open up the ground game to make their offense more effective. But 11 carries for -8 yards is B.J. Callaway. That's tough when you have your starting running back who's very effective with not even a single yard really on the ground. But here we are at the start of the second half. Kickoff as the Voyagers will get it started. A score on this opening drive will be a big one. That can definitely shift some momentum towards their side. 18-yard return by Andreas Group. So what do they do here in this second half? They're down by 3 possessions pretty heavily here. And so if I'm Houston, saw the success of the pass game, as I said, at halftime, they might as well throw the football, try to establish the ground game later. But we'll see what they'll opt to do. Probably still going to try to stay aggressive here as they'll come out in a running formation. Counter run play, and it is blown up. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of a yard. The struggles continue on the ground here for this Houston team. The Mexico City Conquistadors just continue to prove their dominance at shutting down ground offenses. And I mean, it's been hard to pass the football a little bit also against them as well, but they need to throw the football. Here goes a throw, overshot, incomplete. So far, drive's not looking good here to start the second half for Houston. They're down in 11 after that incompletion, and he just sailed that one too high for his intended target. Here goes a big third down in 11 for the Voyagers. One safety high, corners pressed up here for this Mexico City defense, but they'll drop back. A zone defense, it looks like they'll present themselves with. He falls down, trips off the leg of his own offensive lineman, and they're going to count that as a sack. Tough loss there. Tough drive. Great start for the Conquistadors. And, I mean, when you have a great first half and you get the sack like that, well, and you get the stop to start it, and that just keeps the momentum to just continue to dominate in the ball game. No fair catch was called there by, I was about to say Pico. Yeah, it is Pico McCullough. But he is taken down immediately after the catch, so no yards on the return. But the offense coming back out onto the field. Denard Locker, 12 rushes, 62 yards, and a touchdown, averaging 5 yards per carry. He is getting the job done on the ground. This whole offense is getting the job done. High formation, they'll line up at the 19-yard line, and they'll rush this one to the left side as Locker lowers his shoulder to extend for some extra tough yardage on the ground. And that's going to be a nice gain of 6 yards on his first carry here to start the second half. They'll run the football again, and this one not going anywhere. Knocked down at the 25-yard line for no gain. And it seems like the Voyagers trying to start out how they did to start this ball game, and that's establish their ground attack, open up everything else. That time the Voyagers did a pretty good job, and they'll look to throw, and there goes Buck Aldridge with another big catch. No better feeling, I'm sure, for anybody in a professional league from being traded from the team that drafted you and then just getting traded away in the next round, in the next year, and then being able to play up against them and have a big game like this. You definitely got to feel good about yourself and where you've gotten. And I know Buck Aldridge definitely killing it right now. Here goes a good job by the Voyagers defense finally for once, getting there in the backfield for a loss of a yard. The safety Harold finally getting him some action these past couple of weeks. Had Adam Okoye, second-year man out of Rutgers, was starting at the safety position for a majority of the season. Harold, a former Pro Bowl safety, made the Pro Bowl a season ago. A lot of guys were shocked of his decision, and Coach Brown's decision to bench him and start Okoye, who was making some big plays in the preseason and made some big plays also in the regular season as well. But, I mean, that was big time for them to finally get him some playing time. But Adam Okoye had himself a great season. And incompletion right there as he tried to throw that one to Jeffrey Howe, and it's 3rd and 11. He's been slinging it all day, and look at that. That's a catchable ball. Got to come up with that play. Aaron Pritchett has been on the money, and here he is looking to throw this one past 11 yards for first down. The drop back and picked up well is the blitz. Getting chased down from behind. Throws while on the move, and this one well out of bounds. Good defense that time there by Houston, and they are able to finally get the stop on this Conquistadors offense to start this second half, as they'll have to punt this one away. And now it will be the time for your offense to take advantage. And definitely the wind conditions help out. This punt just skyrockets in the air as it's been doing, and it'll be marked down at the 49. So this is a good opportunity for the Houston Voyagers to make some noise. They need a touchdown here to help cut into this lead. Down 17, Glenn Hay coming out onto the field. And here we are. What's good, Derek Gonzalez? Appreciate you coming through the live stream. Happy Labor Day. 1st and 10 at the 49. Under center is Glenn Hay, as they'll run the football. And Callaway not able to get too much with a decent gain of 3 yards. What's good, Cole? Thanks for coming through. Happy Labor Day to you as well. And so it's 2nd and 7. Shotgun here for Hay. Will run the football. And Callaway only gets 2 yards. Still trying to establish that ground game. Only 14. They've given them 14 carries. -4 yards. I mean, that has been this excellent defense. I think they should probably, at this point, just probably wrap it up. I mean, you don't want to run too much time off the clock here in the second half. You got to come back and get 3 scores. And you're having success throwing the football. And you don't just want to give your offense one chance to try to pick up this first down, and that's what happens here. You should have thrown the ball probably at least twice on that drive. They tried to throw the football there on 3rd down, and it doesn't work, as Douglas Drayton was in traffic. Definitely couldn't hang on to that one. That was great defense, though, there by A.J. Pestock, the linebacker, making the play on this football. He's such a key piece of this defense. And look at this. Houston Voyagers are going to opt to go for it. They need 5 yards. Shotgun here for Glenn Hay as he'll look to throw. That's one fly. Nice catch. But he will not have the first down, will he? I'm not quite sure. They might have given him forward progress, but it didn't look like he reached the line. Coach Brown, he's hyped up on the sideline, so they might have gotten the first down on that catch. Looks like they have. And if that's the case, the referees definitely blessed them with good field position, but no, that's not the case. And they're showing up B.J. LaVallia's stats, so I'm pretty sure that this is going to be Conquistadors football. And it is. Oh, it's a turnover on downs. And it's 1st and 10 at the 40. Close, but didn't get it. And that's why you got to run past the sticks when you're running routes. There goes Aaron Pritchett just flat out taking off. And he's got the first down on the scramble. 4 rushes outside the pocket for 29 yards for a guy who doesn't scramble. And, I mean, he has just been adding that extra factor. I mean, you cannot take into effect his mobility. No, you cannot not take into effect his ability to run and scramble and extend plays outside the pocket. So, I mean, this Voyagers defense looking like they're being caught by surprise for sure, such as many other teams that the Conquistadors have played where he's run the ball effectively. They'll run the football, and a mean stiff arm by Locker just throws the safety clean off of him for a gain of 9 yards. Ethan Long took a little ride there. And that is going to be 2nd and 1 here for the Mexico City Conquistadors. Pump fake, and he'll let this one fly. And a big catch made there in traffic by the tight end Jeffrey Howe to move the chains. 15 of 20, 75% throwing the football is Aaron Pritchett. He's been fantastic. Looks like that was a double move by the tight end, able to get the separation. And that was a good play, great delivery, and once again, movement of the chains for the Conquistadors. Almost jumping the defensive lineman off sides there. And here goes Aaron Pritchett. Throws while on the move to the end zone. And he drops it. That could have been a touchdown there for the rookie Jamonte Baines. And a big play for Mexico City. But he drops it right over his hands. And that was the perfect ball. And he just couldn't hang on to it. Missed opportunity there by the rookie. Couldn't have thrown that pass any better. And here goes Aaron Pritchett. Looking to make a play here, incomplete. And that'll set up third down. This is a big stop that this Voyagers defense needs for sure. But if they could get a stop here, I mean, at least hold them to 3 points. That at least gives you a little bit of breathing, because you'll still be under that three, still be within that 3 down possession range. And here goes Aaron Pritchett. Throws while on the move, and he misses. Rarity right there. He has been on the money when moving while throwing the football. That time, just could not deliver the pass on target, as the pressure was finally able to kind of get there. And so the defense is luckily able to get the stop there. And here goes a field goal attempt. Kick is up, and it is good. 27-20 is the score here. Up by 20 is the home team here, as Mexico City continue to pull out their dominance. The Voyagers got to do something fast and soon, especially before heading into the fourth quarter, because if you're down by 3 possessions heading into the fourth quarter, the chances of you coming back very slim here in this league. And this kickoff really short, fielded at about the 18-yard line. Nice jump cut there by Andreas Drew, but he'll be brought down immediately afterwards at the 33-yard line. And so here goes Glenn Hay, 8 of 14, 103 yards, passing touchdown. I mean, those are good numbers, but they really have not given them the opportunity to throw the football as much as he should. I mean, you're down by 3 possessions. If I'm the Voyagers, I'm throwing the football for the majority of the rest of this game. And there goes a wacky throw by Glenn Hay. The pressure was getting there, though. He had to throw that one out of bounds. And that's going to be the challenge, throwing the football a little bit. You got to hope that your receivers can get open on a pretty solid secondary, and also that your offensive line holds up against a very tough defensive line. And they'll run the football here with a draw play to B.J. Callaway. Gets 4 yards, and he finally breaks even at 0 yards on the ground after 15 carries. His defense has played lights out and shutting down the run. And here goes 3rd and 6 for Houston. Glenn Hay throws while on the move and too high. Missed opportunity there once again. And Houston's offense continues to struggle as a 3-and-out forces them to punt the ball once again. And so they'll punt this one. Nice hang time on it. Fair catch being called by Piku McCullough. And that's a good punt, able to pin them at the 17-yard line. Voyagers' defense has been on the field a lot. This offense of the Conquistadors has been doing work as well. 7 catches for 121 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's Buck Albridge going off against his former team. And it's 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line. Shotgun for Aaron Pritchett. Still staying aggressive, looking to throw this football. Catch is made by the rookie Jamonte Baines, who had a big drop earlier today. He could have had a touchdown. But able to hang on to that one. 5 yards. 2nd down. 353 total yards of offense for the Mexico City Conquistadors. They're looking to add more onto that here with this drive. A counter run play. Defense ready for him that time. Dropped down at the 24-yard line after a gain of 2. And it's 3rd down and 3 for Houston, for the Conquistadors. Houston looking to get a stop. They'll look to throw here. Covered well. Pressure coming down. He's going to go for a sack as DeLoach was able to get there to him. Finally, the defense able to come up with a big play there, getting a stop. 3 and out on the offense. And Conquistadors punting this one away. Fair catch being called by Andreas Drew, and the offense going to have good field position to work with here once again. Got to take advantage, though. Here's a look at Callaway's numbers on the day. All you see, 15 rushes, 0 and everything else. It was good, Soren, 1991. Appreciate you coming through the live stream. Happy Labor Day. It would be a miracle, well, not necessarily a miracle, but big, if the Voyagers can come up with a big play here and come back to this game. But a touchdown saving tackle by Antonio Griggs, and that goes to show you why he is one of the league's best defensive ends. Got a defensive end chasing him all the way down. And he was almost able to break that one free. Play action. Glenn Hay running outside of the pocket. Scrambles. He's got the first down. Doesn't slide. But he hangs on to the football. That's going to be 1st and 10 at the 27 for Houston. 2 big run plays there for Houston. One by the running back and the other from the quarterback on the scramble. And that is going to set up a nice 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line here. They'll come out offset I formation. Looking to run this one to the outside. Gets a key block, and finally the ground game starting to do a little something. He had 0 yards on 15 carries. His next 2 after that, he's got 29 yards, so he's exploding. And that's what this offense kind of needs, but at this point, can't really run the football all that much. I guess use it while you can in the 3rd quarter, but this needs to be a scoring drive here for the Voyagers if they want to try to come back. Another power running formation, and they will have the 1st down as he gets this one to the 16. 2 yards on the carry, and this most likely going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter. They'll run the football. We don't agree with that play call there, but that's going to pretty much take us probably into the 4th and final quarter, depending on how much time gets ran off here. 2 yards gained on the play. 2nd and 8. And they just get the play off before the end of the 3rd quarter, looking for something big, and what a terrible pass by Glenn Hay. There was nobody there. That should have probably been intentional grounding, but that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the 4th and final amongst us here in this big game. The Conquistadors have been dominant all throughout, and now it's time to see if the Voyagers can pull off a miracle comeback, as they are down by 3 possessions, down 20. Big 3rd down here. Play action. There goes Glenn Hay looking, throws, able to get this one out, and I think he's short of the 1st down. How do you run out of bounds before passing that 1st down marker? DeAndre Lumpkin, the tight end. Faulty play there. And they're going to go for it on 4th down. And you got to get that 1st down. Why not? Mess that one up. That was easy. And they try to get it, and they will be denied. Tyrell Dillard on the tackle, and a great drive comes to an end. Aaron Pritchett out onto the field once again. And man, a lot has got to be thrown at the way of the tight end DeAndre Lumpkin for not getting that 1st down and not stretching to move that chain. I mean, and then that forces the pressure to have to go for it on 4th, and it doesn't work. ground game has been shut down pretty much all game, and the chances of getting that first down conversion very slim. It's really tough to come up with a play call in this situation. But look at this. Good running there by Denard Locker. He's just easing up, not trying to run all out full speed, just trying to put this game out to an end. It was good, Coach Hender. Appreciate you coming through the live stream. Yeah, that's a tough break there for the Voyagers. Conquistadors continuing to keep dialing up the pressure. Aaron Pritchett with the scramble. He's got another first down. His defense against the rush, ranked 6th, has given up 129 yards today. And that just goes to show you how great of a performance this offense has had against a solid defense. Draw play, and that is going to be a nice gain now as he gets this one out to the 27, gain of 5, picking up half the distance. Yeah, another scoring touchdown will definitely put this one away, but the Voyagers, I mean, they've got to hurry up and get off the field. Time really working against them. There's a handoff, and Locker spinning off a tackle, dropped down at the 30 after a gain of 3, 4 yards shy of 100 yards on the day. 20 carries for 96 yards as he's brought down by Lewis Cadet. It's a big third down here for this Voyagers defense. Can they get the stop? I formation. Looks like they are for sure going to probably try to run it. And they don't. Try to catch the defense off by surprise. Play action. And standing right there past the sticks is their tight end, Superna. So that's going to be a first down once again for Mexico City. And this is what hurts as a team. You got a chance to come up with a stop, and you just can't do it in those short situations. You're hoping to get a stop so that you can get your offensive football, who's been struggling. Had a great drive. Unbelievable end to the drive, though. Terrible job by DeAndre Lumpkin not picking up that first down, and that really cost the Voyagers and cut their hopes really slim here in this one. But second down in 11. And that's a good play there by the defense. Second and 11 here at the 34-yard line. Under center, Aaron Pritchett dropping back, looking to pass. Moving around. I don't know what he's doing, but he runs into the pressure. Pretty much got himself sacked there as Gaddis was able to get to him. And that brings up a third down and the team's third sack of the day. He's made some great movements in the pocket and extended a lot of plays that have proven to be very effective and vital to this game. But right there, I don't know what he was doing. Ran into the defensive lineman, and down he went for a sack. He was getting double teamed, and he still managed to get sacked. I don't know if he was trying to use them as a barrier, but that didn't work. He came up too far. Third down and 13. Shotgun for Aaron Pritchett. He's got 3 receivers out wide. Top of your screen to the left side, and they'll go with read option. And it actually may work almost until he is brought down by Redmond, the safety, and so they'll have to punt it away. Still some significant time taken off the clock, though, on that drive by Mexico City, which really slims out the hopes here for the Voyagers. At this point, if they waste a drive without getting points, there's no chance, in my opinion, of this team coming back to try to win this game. So the punt is away. Nice high skyrocketed punt as he'll field this one right at the 10 and still gets blasted. So 90 yards they're going to need to drive on this play, on this drive right here. I mean, they've got to get touchdowns. Nothing less. If they can't score on this drive, this game, virtually it's over. Shotgun here, and here goes Glenn Hay. Throws while on the move. Jared Ayers with a completion across the middle on the slant for a first down. Been their only bright spot, like I said, here today. Big catch there to move the chains. Hopefully that'll spark some momentum here for this offense. Shotgun here for Glenn Hay. He'll look to throw. That's one go into the flats. Looks like that was an out route ran by the tight end Griffin Pritchett, but great defense forces the incompletion. Second and 10 here for Houston. Under 8 minutes now left to go in this ball game. Tries to escape, but will be brought down for a 1-yard gain on the scramble attempt by A.J. Pestott. Big third down here for Houston. They'll for sure probably go for it on fourth down if they don't get it here. That's a great catch in traffic right there. Covered well, too, by Russell. But that'll still be short of that first down marker. They need 4 yards. And so this is going to be a big fourth down attempt. I know for a fact the Voyagers are going to try to go for it here. They really have no choice. And so this should be for the game. If they convert, they will have a chance. If they don't, should be game over. Here goes Glenn Hay. Lets one fly. Incomplete. And it's going to be turnover on downs. Great coverage by Mexico City, as that should be the dagger to put this one away. Denard Locker coming out onto the field. 12 carries for 62 yards in the first half. Second half, he's been just as effective. Close to 100 yards rushing in this ball game. High formation, and now at this point, Mexico City just looking to run the football and close out the game. Tackle is going to be made there. That's Harold coming down from his safety position, helping out in run support. And that goes for no gain, second down and 10. This is going to be a big win here for the Mexico City Conquistadors, as you saw from the AFC playoff picture. Team that's in the hunt. And look at this, Pritchett scrambling. Not so fast, but I mean, at times he has his moments of bursting. Right there, still manages to pick up a good gain of 7. It's third down and 3. But as I said, improving to 10-5 now on the season will be the Conquistadors, dropping the Voyagers to a 9-6 record. So that may really affect the Voyagers' chances of going into the playoffs. They got to hope that they come out next week with a victory, because if not, there's a chance that these guys might not make it, and a chance that this week they might not even be on top of the division. Well, they won't be on top of the division because the Armadillos are going to have a simulated win, so they for sure are going to go 10-5. And so Voyagers will drop to 2, and they got to hope that at least the Riverhogs lose their ball game this week as they go up against the Celtic Tigers. If not, then the chances, well, the Voyagers' playoff hopes is looking really dark. But here goes a field goal attempt. Kick is up, and it is good. 30-7 is the score. That's pretty much the same exact score as the Bulls and Bison's game. It is the same exact score as the Bulls and Bison's game from yesterday, as the Conquistadors this time dominating the Houston Voyagers. All right, Justin, appreciate you coming through the live stream. Thanks for coming through on Labor Day, checking out some RFL action. And here goes Glenn Hay coming out onto the field. It's been a rough one for this Voyagers team. This is a team that definitely changed things around this year, for sure. They're the worst team in the RFL, and now a team that is competing for a playoff spot. And, I mean, after this, it's going to be tough. Look at that false start by the right guard there.
False start, offense.
False start by the offense. And that was obvious. Don't know why he's upset. First down and 15 now for the Voyagers. What's good, General? Appreciate you coming through the live stream. And that one's going to be batted down by Antonio Griggs getting his hands up. And that brings up second and 15. Glenn Hay under center here as he'll drop back looking to pass. Scrambling. Slides to avoid the contact from Stokes, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 7. Yeah, definitely it was a great game for the Mexico City Conquistadors. They were dominant throughout this whole ball game. Their defense was amazing. The whole ball game as well. I mean, they just shut down this Voyagers offense. Killed their running attack. Yeah, I wasn't expecting this type of dominance either. As General said, here goes a pass and a great catch right there in traffic by Tracy McGraw, who has the only touchdown on the day here for Houston. There goes Glenn Hay looking to throw. Shoots one deep down the field, and he had a step on his receiver, on the defender there. How to complete that pass. Douglas Drayton, you can see, almost pulling his hair out. Angry and frustrated with his quarterback on missing that pass. He's had a couple of missed passes here today, but, you know, at the end of the game, something that can go good for your team, you've got to complete that. Second and 10. Glenn Hay in the gun. They look to throw. Throws this one into the flats, and Griffin Pritchett is knocked down immediately after just a 2-yard gain. It's 3rd and 8. I feel like the Voyagers, as far as their play calling, there's a little bit of a reason on why they came up with a loss here. The play calling, they just tried too hard to establish their running attack against a solid defense. Not a solid, a great defense. And just it was not effective. It was a pass incompletion as he's able to get that one to McGraw. It's his 6th reception on the day for 33 yards. And he's got, like I said, the only touchdown so far. And the 2-minute warning has hit. So who plays next? Next is the Riverhogs and the Celtic Tigers, and at 8 p.m. tonight will be the Thunderbirds versus the Diablos. So that's going to be the main event that's going to end out the week for week 16. And as we all know, man, that Thunderbirds and Diablos game, those games get heated. Big rivalry there, big divisional game. Of course, the Thunderbirds are already in the playoffs, but that's going to be a big game there to watch to close it out. But here goes a punt, and it, I believe, goes out of bounds. Did not feel that one right. And Aaron Pritchett trotting back out onto the field. He's only thrown the ball 25 times, completed 17 of them for 246 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he has been effective. And this offense has just been effective, doing a great job of just executing. There goes a draw play for Denard Locker that'll give him 5 yards and break him over the 100-yard mark rushing for the day. So a couple more plays and this game will be over. Big win here for Mexico City. And look at this, Denard Locker almost picked up the first down. Comes up just short. Fantastic day for him and this entire Mexico City ball club. Another impressive, dominant victory here in the RFL here in Week 16. Same score as the Bisons and Bulls game. Should be the final, 30-7. And he is inches short. Not giving the first down. Good tackle there by Gaddis, but of course no timeouts at this point going to be called. And this clock should drop down and hit 0. And so that's it for the ball game. Tough loss for Houston as they will now drop to 9-6 on the year. One more game left to play, and hopefully this doesn't get them out of the playoff talk. They led the division for quite some time this season, and they are going to drop under to the Armadillos, who will be the division leaders, actually, this year. Heading into week 17. And so this is going to be a game that the Voyagers are definitely going to remember as a game that they should not want to play like again. It was a great job by the Conquistadors. Defensively, they killed it. Offensively, executed perfectly. The game plan worked to perfection as they come out on top of the Voyagers here at home in Mexico City at the City of Gold Stadium. The final score, 30-7. Appreciate you guys coming through, checking out the RFL action. As always, see you guys at 4 o'clock. Remember, there's 3 games today. This one was a great one. Let's hope that the Celtic Tigers and the Riverhogs will be a good one as well. And with that being said, thanks for coming through. I'll see you guys then. Peace.